Niner Empire, what is going down? Welcome back to another video. In this video, we're going to be talking about the Cleveland Browns. So, the Cleveland Browns have yet to hire their new head coach. And they are one of the only remaining teams to have not hired their head coach just yet. So, what exactly, who are they going to hire and when exactly will they hire somebody? Well, for what I can tell you is that they've interviewed a lot of people. Kevin Stefanski, that's the Vikings offensive coordinator. They've interviewed the 49ers defensive coordinator, Robert Saleh, who I really hope doesn't leave. I believe they're scheduled to interview Eric Bieniemy, Josh McDaniels. They've interviewed a lot of top, and I feel like the Cleveland Browns have interviewed really great people for head coach openings. So for the Cleveland Browns, who is their best fit candidate wise to be their next head coach? In my opinion, for the Cleveland Browns, I think they should either hire Josh McDaniels or Eric Bieniemy, the Chiefs offensive coordinator. Josh McDaniels is obviously the Patriots offensive coordinator. I think the Browns they've got to hire one of those two guys. Now, as for Rob Saleh, he'd be a great fit, but it wouldn't be a not necessarily tremendous fit for the team, because the Cleveland Browns have a very, very high-powered offense, and they need somebody in there that is a great offensive mind and that can work with Baker Mayfield and improve the Cleveland Browns offense. With that being said, defensive coordinators, they've also interviewed Eagles defensive coordinator Jim Schwartz, or I believe they're scheduling to interview him. They need to get an offensive mind in there. If I'm Jimmy Haslam, the Browns owner, I'm wholeheartedly going out and hiring Josh McDaniels or Eric Bieniemy, because I feel as if one of them guys would be the best fit for Cleveland moving forward. And the reason I say that is because the Cleveland Browns need like I said, they need an offensive mind in there to help with Baker Mayfield. They've got playmakers like Andrew Higgins, Odell Beckham Jr., Nick Chubb, Kareem Hunt, David Njoku, Jarvis Landry. They've got playmakers out of the ass when it comes to offensively. So for the Browns, I feel as if hiring an offensive coordinator type would be probably the best decision for them. Now, I don't really know what head coach they're kind of zeroing in on, because it seems as if now, I mean, there have been rumors and reports that have been released saying that the Browns are like closing in on their candidate, and they think they have their guy for the future. There have been reports of that, but no names have been said, and a lot of people think it's Josh McDaniels. But this is the thing with Josh McDaniels. Last year, if you guys do not remember, he went to the Indianapolis Colts to do an interview and was expected and agreed to be their next head coach. After second thought, he decided to return to New England and kind of leave the Colts in, kind of like this weird. They left the Colts really hanging, or he left the Colts hanging, because he took the job and then had a second thought and decided to go back to New England. So he really screwed over the Colts there. But as for Josh McDaniels, if he wants to be a head coach, I feel as if his time is now, and here's why I think this. Tom Brady will retire, should retire, or probably will leave the Patriots by this season, or if he doesn't leave the Patriots. Either way, Tom Brady is soon to be retired. And I don't really know how much success Josh McDaniels will have with a young quarterback. Therefore, I feel as if now would be the time for Josh McDaniels to transition into a head coaching position. That's just my opinion. I feel as if it's the best. In Josh McDaniels' position as the Patriots offensive coordinator, he's won Super Bowls. He's had a lot of success with the New England Patriots, and Josh McDaniels is one of the best offensive minds in football. But as for his future, if he wants to be a head coach within the near future, he needs to take a job now, and I think the Cleveland Browns would be a perfect spot for him. He needs to take the Cleveland Browns job. If not him, Eric Bieniemy needs to. Josh McDaniels, it'd be a perfect timing for Josh McDaniels to transition into a head coaching job, because the Patriots dynasty is more than likely over. I think it is over. They're just not that good of a team no more. They don't really have that many players. Their offense is not that really high powered. It almost makes sense for Josh McDaniels to leave the New England Patriots now and take a head coaching job. I don't know if that's going to happen. I don't know the odds of that happening. I don't know if they're zeroing in on him being their next head coach or if it's a different candidate. I don't know. But all I can tell you is that if Josh McDaniels wants to be a head coach, he needs to do it now, and it only makes sense for him to do it now. But as for Eric Bieniemy, I feel like he's got snubbed. The thing with Eric Bieniemy, he is a very, very good offensive mind, and it blows my mind, absolutely blows my mind, that the Dallas Cowboys or the New York Giants didn't hire him. It blows my mind. I would have taken, now, I don't know much about Joe Judge, so I'm not the one I don't really know him as a coach. I don't know if he's going to do well, and I'm not bashing the guy by any means. This is not, bashing him at all. But if I had a choice between a special teams coordinator as my head coach, and I get special teams coordinator, they know both sides of the ball, and, it's, a lot of special, Bill Belichick was a special teams coordinator. There's been a lot of great head coaches that have been special teams coordinator that have worked their way up to head coach. But this guy went from passing game coordinator straight to head coach. And if you're asking me, I would have taken Eric Bieniemy for the Giants for the Giants head coaching job over Joe Judge. And that blows my mind that the Giants did not. I don't even think they interviewed Eric Bieniemy. So there must have not been interest between both parties. But I think it would have been smart if the Giants would have hired Eric Bieniemy. But they didn't, and they decided Joe Judge, and their opinion was the better guy. And we'll see what happens and pans out. But as for Eric Bieniemy, I really think he's getting snubbed when it comes to head coaching jobs. He is a really great offensive mind, and he should be a head coach, and he deserves to be a head coach. And for the fact that he did not get a head coaching job, and he may not get a head coaching job, is as Stephen A. say, blasphemous. I just don't think I don't know how he hasn't landed a job yet. Maybe his interviews didn't go as well, or maybe there's been other candidates that have interviewed better than him, and that teams. Franchises, ownerships have, taken that into account. This guy might be better than Eric Bieniemy because of the interview. Maybe that happened. I don't know. But I'm really shocked that Eric Bieniemy has not been hired as an NFL head coach yet. I really am. But as for the Cleveland Browns, like I said, Eric Bieniemy or Josh McDaniels would be the best fit for them. Who do you guys think the Cleveland Browns will hire as their next head coach? Drop a comment in the comment section down below. And before you leave this video, make sure you give it a like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.